Well, it's Change Renaissance guy here. I'm just at my computer. Got a few projects that I'm actually starting on, and one of them is I've actually written three books, fantasy sci-fi genre, and I actually now have a proofreader for them. So hopefully, um, things will go forward. So I'm looking to start getting published on ebook and self-publishing in hardback as well. So it'll be a long while off before anything happens. Not too sure whether anything will happen, but who knows, right? Three books. Working on my fourth book at the moment. Working on the fourth book at the moment, and just the background and everything else. So there is something I want to address as a fantasy sci-fi writer, and I've read with interest about a lot of things happening especially in the Marvel, in the Marvel Disney universe, and especially in Disney as well, and all over, in fact, in the name of equality, and they're trying to hit um, professions or people who write this sort of thing. So let me address a few things, and it's on the gender swapping and on the changing colours and stuff like that. Look, why does it matter? Why doesn't it matter? Well, I'm going to say it does matter. And I was reading about them swapping Superman to a black Superman, and then they come out with the rationalization of, oh, it's another universe, or it's this, or it's that, or it's the other. But we had a comedian called Lenny Henry banging on about why there aren't any black hobbits, or why there aren't any this. Why. So let me just go through a few things as a writer, as a fantasy writer, as a person who, enjoys this creativity. To change a character from a Caucasian to a black to whatever it might be, in the name of diversity, is quite frankly an insult. It's an insult to black people, it's an insult to white people, it's an insult to the creators, the people who put the time, effort, and work in to do that. Whether or not these people are, I don't know, racist or whatever, it doesn't matter about that. True equality is about sitting down, about looking into the it's about looking into the culture itself, bringing forth the heroes, the mythology, and everything from that culture. If you want to have diversity, I'll give you for an example. John Stewart, a Green Lantern. For a while, it was oh God, I forgot his name now. For a while, it was a white guy, but then they brought in John Stewart, and they created a black guy who became a Green Lantern. Now, why hasn't he had a film come out about him? Hal Jordan, that's the one. For a while, it was Hal Jordan. Then we had John Stewart, Guy Gardner. Why not bring in a film? The Green Lantern, John Stewart. A really well thought out character. Bring out female characters. You've got Red Sonja. You've got a couple of the females from the Conan the Barbarian books. The list goes on. If you want equality, really want equality, write things down. Now, for instance, the third book, I had a race of people who were a mixture of Caribbean and Native American. A completely made up tribes of people, but still had them in there. The other thing is worrying about whether there's any black hobbits or not. You're worrying about orcs, urukai, and all sorts of other goblins and stuff. Do you really think in a book such as that people are going to be worried about skin colour? There's a lot of stupidity, and especially with Marvel. I'm actually refusing to go and see any more Marvel films. I'm done with it. I will say whatever you want to say about Disney himself when he first started up. Disney, he had lost his mother, and that's why an awful lot of times a parent dies in his film to show the realities of life. But you can overcome that and become something more or learn to be more. Simba and the Lion King, for another example. But to be honest with you, Disney was very, very focused on the family elements, a mother, a father, and looking after the children. Now, the way the Disney Corporation are going now is the message that they're pumping out to people is just one of complete and utter garbage. Let's be honest. I really, really, really don't have time. I think we all need to really start realizing the poison that it's bringing out to change something just to say equality is not equality. It's abiding to a political movement that is a poison to the people, and it's a poison to children. And now, I will entertain the older Disney from if I ever had kids. I don't, but if I did ever have kids, I would use the old Disney films, but certainly not the garbage that they're pumping out now, or any other film. I'm very, very select in the film that I will see. James Gunn directing the new DCU. I refuse to watch any more of his films. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm very select because I want to see movies with stories that have a real, well thought out storyline, that we're going out to watch it, that doesn't carry any sort of political ideology. It was a great tool when it was needed. Marvel X-Men, and at the time it was written, there was a lot of racism about, and it did address that by the mutants and being persecuted and stuff like that. But nowadays, while people say about racism, really everybody does actually have an equal opportunity to achieve what they want to achieve. You have online facilities where I can go online now and I can actually bring up free education to pass your exams, everything else, that you can actually get qualified on the internet, and you have access to all the stuff that you need to get high school graduation. Everybody can work, everybody can vote, everybody can go out and achieve the measure of their creation that they have. What more do you actually need? Look, there's always going to be racism in everything. The main thing that really I find that the political thing, and it seems to be a fashion that only white people can be racist towards black people. And that's absolutely ridiculous. News to you, everybody has racism. Every white, black, Chinese, Japanese, everybody has elements of racism towards another one. Whatever you are, police, army, political movements, social movements, black social movements, Chinese social movements, all of them, all will have an element or people in there that have racist ideas. Okay, it's as simple as that. And until we address it properly, rather than saying systemic, or somebody's responsible for this or somebody's responsible for that, everybody, every nation, every tribe, every culture has their dark moments as well as moments of light. So, in response to that, like I said, you want real equality. Use your brain, and this is a message to people. Use your brain. Bring up characters that are rich in history. If you want, whatever it is, delve into the culture that they belong to, whatever it may be, and bring up well thought, well rounded ideas rather than a political agenda. So that's just me at the moment. I'm going to be getting on with my writing, and I'm going to be getting on with the history of my next book. Basically, having fun. Best ever fun you can have by yourself with your clothes on. Have a great day, and just be better, do better, especially to Disney and DCU. Stop piling this political agenda on us and actually bring out good quality stories. Have a great day, everyone.